Hello, everyone's. I am here for Ambitions Season 1, Episode 12. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you a family member, you one of my peoples, welcome back. So, yeah, I apologize. Last week I said that it was Ignacio that was helping out Raggedy Friend. That's her name right now, Raggedy Friend. I do not know what her name is on the show, but from this point on, she will be known as Raggedy Friend, okay? Yeah. So because it had been a while since we last week was like the fall premiere. It had been a while since we had seen Ambition, so I kind of forgot what Ignacio looked like. But then, I come back and I was like, yeah, that wasn't Ignacio. I just want to clarify that was not Ignacio that was helping out Raggedy Friend, Bella's Raggedy Friend. Now, it does seem a little suspicious that he just up and leaves town like right after this. Like he leaves the town and leaves town the next thing you know, Joaquin is missing. But yeah, I want to say this: Raggedy Friend and the dude she with, they are stupid. Did she really think that she was gonna be able to kidnap the mayor's, illegitimate son, and he wasn't gonna have all these people around looking, canvassing and doing all those things? And then two, they were stupid because she keep on going over there where Joaquin is at. Like, ma'am, Raggedy Friend, why can't you know what your face looks like? Yeah, he had the headphones on the last episode, and you kind of sort of peeked in and all this thing. In this episode, you go over there and everything, but he know what your voice sound like. Yeah, he was in another one crying, but baby, what are you doing, child? Anyways. The kidnapper wants $1 million transferred electronically. Like, we can't, find that out. Like, we even got people who can do, like, track who it was and everything. But anyway, Raggedy Friend, she's over talking about something. She's always felt that Bella looked at her as, like, the sidekick of her life. And I guess this way now, she gonna have some money. Like, what you gonna do? Because you're not having a whole $1 million. You're gonna have to split $500,000 with him if y'all get the money and y'all don't get caught. If you get caught, you going to jail. Okay? Just Raggedy Friend being raggedy. Over at Amara and Titus's house, he didn't question her because he didn't found a pregnancy test in the trash. Like, first of all, sir, you was digging in the trash. That was one thing. And then second, you holding a stick that somebody peed on. We've had this conversation here on this channel. Stop holding sticks that have pee on it. Stop when you want to let somebody know you pregnant. Hand them a stick that you've peed on. And Amara was like, first of all, get that bass out your boys. Second of all, it's not my pregnancy test. It's Deja's. Now, Deja, which I realize is played by a totally different girl from like the first part of the season. This is a totally different girl. Yeah, they tried to put some little color in her hair and some little, piercings on, but this is a completely different girl if you ask me. But anyways, she was saying, I guess that's another reason why she left school. Somebody mentioned that she was in high school. Where's it, high school and college? You take your butt back here, because either way, we paying good money for you to be there. Amara had her on birth control. Taught her all about condoms. We did all the things so you would not get pregnant. But she didn't like the way she felt on the birth control pills, so she stopped taking them. And we just gonna assume that Razor did not want to use the condoms. I'm like, girl, you better hope that, a baby is all that you get. Okay? Because you could end up with a lot worse. Y'all, the way Bella questioned and looked at Evan when she asked him if he had the money, because she was like, the people want $1 million. We got to give it to them. Don't you have it? The look was like, you supposed to be balling, and that was the only reason I was with you. You should have $1 million plus, because that's the only people I rode with out here. That's the look that she gave him. That's what I got out of it. I don't trust Cousin Darcy. We're not even go on into this whole scene. I guess we can. Cousin Darcy, she shows up like, hey, cuz, you was there for me when my daddy passed. I'm there for you. I'm just stopping by on my way to the hotel. Now, I don't stay at hotels much, but I'm assuming that you one needed a reservation and put a card down. And if you don't show up, they're gonna want a fee because they could have used that room for somebody else. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but either way, I don't trust cousin Darcy. Don't trust her one bit at all. Amara tells Evan that Stephanie was out here cheating. And, like, basically, tell your husband stay away from my husband because she was found half naked at my husband's hotel. Now, I don't know if that was Evan's look was a, how dare she be cheating? Or, oh snap, she out here cheating too and I'm cheating? We got something in common. Like, I don't know what look that was. But, like, yeah, tell your wife, your raggedy wife, to leave my husband alone. Okay? Yeah. Let's get over here to Purifoy and his raggedy, somewhat racist. I don't want to say he's racist because, well, he has some racist tendencies. So let's get over here to his raggedy tail. Like, first of all, who are you talking about y'all folks keep on walking in? Like, who are y'all folks? What was the zip of that? So, Titus had to send information over there to Stephanie, over there with Raggedy Stephanie. And one of them, it was an email that he sent out like 20 years ago. And he was like, why did you do that? Because I have to send the evidence in. It's the law. That's why I did it. Okay? Like, he was out here, like, yeah, granted, it was 20 years ago, and he didn't probably forgot what he emailed back then. But in the email, he told his the pharmacologist to increase the addictiveness of Limonol. He's like, what is the difference? They didn't do it. He's like, the difference is like, you wanted more people hooked on it, especially black people. And then you had your department to, like, lead a campaign to blame them for their abusive behavior. It's like, I seen that thing 2 decades ago. People gonna judge you for what you wrote 2 years ago in the email? He said, no, because I wasn't out here writing stuff like this 2 years ago. Like, you told your marketing people to target low income African American people. He's like, I was joking. We didn't take emails seriously back then. I was like, yeah, I'm going to give you that. But you still got your racist tendencies going on today. Child, I can't with him. Let's move over here to Raggedy Friend and Bella. She got the nerve, gall, and audacity to be sitting next to Bella as Bella is watching her baby boy on the screen crying for mommy. Like, really? You that raggedy? She one of them people that will steal from you and then help you find it. Evan, he in the background saying that, it looked like a rundown hotel. And he's trying to kind of figuring out the noises in the background so we can pinpoint, where Joaquin is. So I was like, maybe we shouldn't be saying this around Raggedy. Because she gonna go back and tell dude and they gonna just switch locations. But my whole thing is, I would think that Atlanta would have cameras all over the place so we can catch, what's going on. Now, yeah, the car they used, it was stolen. But, like, can't we see the locations where the car was? Like, there should be cameras on the street lights and all around. She looked like she lived in a somewhat decent neighborhood where they would have cameras around. I would think they would have called it that, but I guess not. And, y'all, I'm torn in my decision because I don't like Stephanie because she's raggedy and she's always a step ahead of people and she always seems to win. But on the other hand, I don't want her to win, but I don't want, Raggedy Purifoy to win neither. Like, because he and his, somewhat racist tendencies, I want him to win because I don't want Stephanie to win, but then I don't want him to win because of his raggedy tendencies. I'm torn. I don't know how to feel about that. Like, I just don't know what to do myself. Cause I don't want Stephanie to win because she's raggedy, and I don't want him to win because his racist tendencies. But I want him to win to beat her, but then I don't want him to win. If that makes sense to y'all. If y'all been with me a while, y'all know how I be going in my head and just be making things worse because of my feelings towards people. So, we get to the hotel room. We bust in on, kidnapper dude. Kidnapper dude picks up Joaquin as a shield. Evan is watching this in the car from, closed circuit TV on his phone, or I don't know where. I'm just guessing. We come in, kidnapper holding Joaquin, shooting her out. I'm right-handed, so I gotta do it like this. They shoot dude, take him down. Joaquin is safe. Yeah. Returns home to his mama, safe and sound. Yeah. Without a scratch on him. I was like, now Evan can stop, stressing about that and go into grieving his daddy's death. Yeah, he's doing all this, trying to save his son, all in the back of his mind, all on the back, front, and sides of his mind that somebody done killed his daddy. So Amara tells Daisy the truth. Since Raggedy Stephanie, accidentally on purpose let it slip that, Titus was staying at the hotel. So, in front of Deja. So, Amara was like, your daddy wasn't out here cheating. I'm the one who cheated, okay? I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to happen. So now she out in her feelings about, her mama being a cheat and all that stuff. Now, I don't know too much about spy cameras, but I would think that, you would need to change the batteries at some point. Because if we just streaming for 24 hours, it seems like these things would, batteries will run out. So does he have to sneak back in and, like, replace the batteries when they're not home? Y'all tell me, because I sure don't know. So, it's time for Deja to go back to. She not pregnant, yay. They ain't gonna be no grandmama and granddaddy. So, she leaving and she gives Titus a hug and she kind of like being raggedy towards Tamara. And I'm like, first of all, look, girl, I'm your mama and I'm the only one you got. I brought you in this world and I can surely take you out or take you far enough to being out. Okay? So, he was like, what's that about? She's like, I had to tell her about Damien. And he was like, what you do that for? She's like, because Stephanie and all her raggediness, she overheard it, and I didn't want her, thinking bad about you that you was out here cheating when it was me, okay? So she goes in to give him a hug, and she was like, what'd she say? There's cameras in here. We're being recorded. Act normal. Well, I'm going to say that so y'all can hear me. There's cameras in here. We're being recorded. Act normal. So she didn't found the cameras. I'm like, okay, this is good. We found the cameras. What we gonna do about it? Because it's hard to act normal when you know that there's cameras in the house. Because normally, if it's just you and your husband around, you can run down the hall naked to get something and come back. Now that you know that somebody's watching you, you gonna want to put a robe on. Just saying. Lastly, told y'all, I did not trust that cousin because she over being so helpful to Rondell. Helping out with the lunch and dinner rush, helping clean up. She been doing all of these things. Girl, you going upstairs and take you a hot little shower and get in your PJs. I'ma close up for you. She go over there and smoke her a joint. She get on for like, girl, it's gonna be like taking candy from a baby. I'ma get more money than I thought I was gonna get. Now I'm like, I don't know how that is because, like, does she have ties to Thelma's restaurant to where she can be like, well, I have so much percent in the restaurant that where I can do this, that, and the third, or is she gonna try to override them? And is it have anything to do with Thelma's restaurant anyway? But I don't like cousin. Didn't like her from the jump that the moment she walked in. Did not like her, and my gut was right. Well, no, this is not my gut, but I was right. So y'all. That was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment. But, oh, yeah, let's get into this. How Purifoy was up there getting, it was like a Hunter Purifoy versus Stephanie Carlisle Lancaster. That's how, Kayla from Ramblin' K. If y'all don't know who she is, go to Ramblin' K. Okay. She be saying Stephanie Carlisle Lancaster. And it just be cracking me up. But anyway, it's like these two going back and forth. And he's talking about some, I can't wait to have this, interracial, wedding with my daughter and your daughter and all these things. And how he gonna have everything set up and everything, this, that, and the third. She's going over there talking about some, you better make sure talking about Lori out here getting it on with, prostitutes. Like, first of all, I'm going to, defend Lori. She did not know that they were prostitutes at the time that she was sleeping with them. Okay? She did not know these things. You hired prostitutes to come on to her, and she just fell for the trap. But these two going back and forth with each other had me cracking up. They can't stand each other, but it look like they kind of like each other at the same time, but they don't want to admit it. So yeah, that was the gist. If I left anything out about me, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on showing my beautiful face. Put up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, you can share it with your people, and you can come up here and be one of my peoples. If you're returning, you are a family member, you one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples. And this is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.